And sometimes, and you know, I'm gonna say it, our people are just stupid as hell.
I'm gonna go to church for a second, y'all. So you know how people go to church. You know how people go to church and they become
Shut up. And we vote for these black leaders, and we feel good about it because we feel they understand us, and then we send them to the state capitol to represent us. But there's 50 seats there.
We've had to hide. We've had to hide behind our uniforms, police uniforms. We've had to hide behind our executive suits. But when Trump came out, when Trump became so vocal, it gave us the ignition to come out and show who we really are. Racist. And you can see what's going on, everybody. This is Lamar. It's Monday night, so you know what that means. TFG tonight, and we have a lot of stuff to talk about because guess what? We have a brand new president, and a lot of people keep saying president-elect. Forget all that. We got a new president. So Trump needs to go on and pack his bags, get in the station wagon, and mosey on down the road so that Biden can go and occupy the White House. I have some buddies with me today, as always, some regular faces. You know who they are. Y'all know them. Let's go and bring them on. Mr. King Noble Martin. What up? What's up, man? And Mr. Haynes.
Gentlemen.
So, if you all will, I want you guys to take note of, look behind me real fast, those that are watching. Make me big real fast, Mr. Producer. While you're watching, if you're watching from YouTube, I would suggest that you watch it from YouTube. There's a lot more perks. It's a lot more exciting when you watch from YouTube. If you're watching from Facebook or Periscope right now, go to YouTube. Type in TFG Political Media. If you watch it on there and you pay to have your comment pop on the screen, which is considered a super chat, then you can have the opportunity to have your name and your business, your brand advertised on one of the shows. It'll stay behind me the entire time. Very inexpensive advertising for you, going out to hundreds of thousands of folks that follow our channel. That's just my little quick advertisement. All right, let's bring the party back.
Commercial.
All right,
Appreciate
party
it.
is
Commercial.
back. Yeah, commercial break. So I want to get this party started talking about two ladies that I think we all have one or two of these in our family. I know I do. I ain't gonna say who they are, but I know who they are. Diamond and Silk. And for those that don't know who Diamond and Silk are, let's see these ladies.
Uh-oh.
Have y'all seen? Y'all know who they are?
I don't, but I'm anxious to see.
I hope not.
I'm anxious to see.
Oh
my God.
Let's see the other photograph.
Are these Trump supporters? Yeah.
So these ladies made a name for themselves.
These are Trump's baps.
By being very vocal in their support for President Trump or former President Trump. And with that being vocal, Republicans took notice. They brought them they spoke at the Republican National Convention, I believe. He's had them at the White House. They're at his rallies. He brings them on stage, and they are just kind of his appointed Negro hood chicks.
Oh my God. I cannot with the coonery.
And they've come up off of. They made a lot of money as a result. They got a job on Fox as a result. Unfortunately, they lost their job on Fox when they started throwing out a lot of conspiracy theories as it relates to COVID-19.
But I thought Fox was conspiracy central. Conspiracy theory network.
Right. And I had a question about that. I did a video on this earlier. While I'm not a fan of them, because they're idiots for one, it's interesting to me that they would be fired for throwing out conspiracy theories as it relates to COVID as Black women, but all the other idiots on Fox don't get fired or canned for throwing out their conspiracy theories as it relates to COVID or the election and any hoaxes that Trump throws out. What's that all about?
You know why.
Well, you know, I watch Fox. Now I will say that because I gotta
Yeah,
have
me
a
too.
balance. So I do watch them. Oh no, I'll be watching them a
I
lot
watch
more
all of them. Yeah.
because to be honest with you, that's the only way you're gonna get some balance as far as news. Like I didn't know you won't hear on CNN and MSNBC that the Democrats had a meeting and everybody started tripping on,
Right.
Alexandria Ocasio-Cortez. I didn't know
Right.
that until I was on
Right.
Fox. So you know what I'm saying? I was like, well, what happened? So now it make you go figure out what's going on.
Mhm.
So to with that being said, what's up, Shantae? So with that being said,
Shante.
what do I think they got? I mean, that's the obvious thing, but you know, it's always something. I think, to be honest with you, it could be a number of things. So I don't want to play the race card just yet. You know what I'm saying? I'm really trying to work on that for 2021. Trying.
I'm not gonna play the race card either, but we all know that we all
Never.
know why. Hold up. We all know why that people get away with what they get away with them, what they get away with, and we're gonna say classism versus racism, and as my friend
Privilege.
likes, and that's all I'm gonna say.
Yes, sir.
I'm not gonna say it's like blatant certain things, but we all know. So
Yep.
Right on. Well, I'm not gonna give them too much air.
I just don't understand why they would. Okay, you right. We're not even gonna talk about that.
I don't give them too much. I do want to. I end it by saying. I'll segue by saying they are trying to get money. They are since they're, as Lloyd said in the chat, as their money train is gone. As Trump is leaving, their money train is leaving.
Yes,
So
sir.
they're on their social media trying to get folks to send money to their PayPal, which is I'm like, go sit down. So they're playing.
So now they got
They
to
got
go
a
to
PayPal?
VH1. Hey, so now they got to go to VH1 and get one of that Flavor Love episodes.
Yeah.
Oh
man. And now that you
man.
spoke it, that's probably something that's going to happen because people will
That's
watch
what's
it.
gonna happen, man. That's
Definitely
it.
watch it. Oh man, that's hilarious.
Yeah. Oh, that's what's gonna happen, man. Okay, I
Yeah,
don't want to take
they're
that
gonna get
rabbit
a
hole.
whole. They're gonna get a whole
Yeah. They
celebrity
do all
TV
kinds
show.
of spin-offs. Diamond in
I
the
might
of
Dancing with the
Love.
Stars, perhaps one of them be on Dancing with the Stars.
Yeah.
You know. I
Yeah.
mean, they came up off him. I will say that I won't say they used them, but they came up off of him, off of Coonery for sure. But as we said, let's drive to Georgia real quick, and let's talk about Stacey Abrams. Stacey Abrams is getting a lot of notoriety as of late, not just because of her run for governor, which garnered so many votes that was unprecedented. She really won, in my opinion, and a lot of people's opinion. But she also did something amazing for this current election. She helped 800,000 folks get registered, or inspired and helped on the ground, helping almost 800,000 people get registered to vote. What are your thoughts on that? And Brenton, you talked about this a little bit on Friday's show, I think, or not Friday, one or the other last week, about is she better utilized on the ground or in the White House and the cabinet? Let's discuss that a little bit. What are your thoughts on that, King Noble?
I think she would be better utilized within the community on the ground. Not saying that she couldn't, utilize her talents in the White House, but I think because she's able to like really touch the people and really, really able to get and be a part of the community and bring that energy in the community and use her knowledge and everything the way she did and then also get those 800,000 people to vote. Why not have her as the pillar of the community? Make her the governor of the state of Georgia. I mean, I think she would do a lot of things for the state. But I mean, and then after she revitalizes Georgia, or, does what she needs to do there, I think you bring her up to the White House, and so she can begin to affect change there.
Interesting, Mr. Haynes.
Well, for me, I'll say this, man. The young lady has definitely, in the I guess in the language of the investors, her stock has risen,
Yeah.
right? And so
Absolutely.
I think she is above that that type of position
The
because
ground game.
I
I
think
agree.
she can teach somebody to do that. I mean, basically, I'm gonna tell you what that really was. She was really upset, and she really had to exert some frustration.
Yeah, I like that.
So
Yeah.
that's literally what she was doing, right? And I mean, she was being a very strategic chess player. She said, "Y'all beat man," and I'm gonna be fair to the situation because y'all gonna trip about Trump. Stacey Abrams didn't concede either. I just want y'all to know that she didn't concede when she lost. So that's just a personality. That's just an alpha mentality, right? You just I don't think Jordan would ever tell somebody you beat me. No, he's talking about I'll let you win. Just something like
Yeah,
that. But
yeah,
but
yeah.
but for me, I think her stock has risen so much that she not only deserves it, but she's earned it, right? And so I think that she can, man. Listen, it would better suit her because what? How how much more better could you uh get your it's like having more knowledge, right? You go to school to get more knowledge to get better at your job. And I think her getting the experience of the federal side, the government, the White House side, man, it just takes her to another level, right? Because not only will she be so, if she came back to them, right? Remember,
Yeah.
LeBron James went to his hometown and then he left, and then he came back with a different mentality, and then he gave his city a championship. So I'm telling you, if she goes somewhere else where she now can even have other people funding her, you know what I'm saying, and doing that, then when she go back, oh, bro, it's a landslide. It's like Mitt Romney when he went to Utah. He went and became a senator after he ran for president, and then so he got aspirations. I'm just saying, I just think she's better suited if she goes and gets more resources underneath her belt, and then from there take it back there.
I agree. I think
So you're
now's the
saying,
time for sure. Her stock has definitely risen. And I want her to go ahead and get in position before her time passes.
Yes.
Because as much as we think of you now, it's so easy we can forget if she's not in the limelight to some degree. So this 4 years could pass her up if she doesn't. I think she needs to be in the cabinet, to be totally honest with you, to give her the next step to doing what it is she wants to do, whether it be Congress or whether it be governor still. But just sitting kind of as a lame duck right now and kind of doing the ground game, and nobody really sees you on a national level unless there's an election going on. That I don't think that's smart.
Yeah. That
I think
whole
I think it's risky.
800,000 voter thing she did, that was just the diary of an angry black woman. You know what I'm saying? She just wasn't paying that no more. Yeah. That's just what that was.
You
So
said that
she
was a
wait,
diary.
wait,
That
y'all go
was a
ask her. She
diary of a
said,
mad black woman.
yeah, she was like, oh, I'm done with that now. I'm ready to go do something else. I'm done, like Forrest Gump, oh, I'm done with that. Let's go do something else. She done with that. She did her do.
Mm. Well, I mean, like you said, to gain the knowledge, you go out and you gather more knowledge and you become more pundit in things. So I mean,
Yeah,
again, do what
yeah.
you got
I
to
think she
do.
got.
I mean,
I think she got
if
bigger
she,
aspirations.
yeah, I mean,
Yeah,
she might play that thing a little bit longer, down in the state,
yeah.
but and only long enough to maybe fine tune just a little bit more, and then she probably kick it up to the White House or
Right.
to the Senate.
All right, Brittany wants us to move on, so we'll wait for Boss Man to get back. But let's talk about Ben Carson contracting coronavirus. Now, I want to preface this with a statement. Ben Carson is a smart man. I won't
I mean,
put
he's a
that past
doctor
him.
himself.
That's right, right. I believe he's a brain surgeon. I think y'all
Yeah,
can
he's a
correct me if
brain
I'm
surgeon.
wrong.
He's
Yeah.
a brain
So if
surgeon.
so he is, yeah. If he's a brain surgeon, I mean, listen, that you didn't get that from ITT, right? You didn't get that from Evans
Not
College,
what is it? Yeah, not Everett College or
or
University of Phoenix.
yeah, you
Yeah.
ain't getting that from that kind of stuff, right? You
Right.
literally got to a Ivy League school and got somewhere with that, right? So
Right.
I'll go ahead, bro. I'll let you introduce it.
Oh, Ben Carson catching the
Yeah,
COVIDs.
yeah,
I
He
think
said the
it's
COVIDs.
I think it's quite interesting that all the people around Trump are catching the COVIDs. However, Ben is a bit. He's a little luckier than Herman Cain is. He's a little closer to Trump than Herman Cain was, being in his cabinet and all as the HUD secretary. Or did he resign? He's still in there. I'm not sure.
I think he's in there.
But so he has access, being a neurosurgeon as well. Of course, he has access to a lot more medicine than we have. So I think he'll be all right. From what I've read, he's gone home. He's 69 years old, I think it said. I think he's gone home now. He went to Walter Reed. Same place Trump went. He probably got the exact same experimental drug and all that, and he'll be healed. There seems to be a cure, but nobody else has access to it.
And that's the thing. I mean, I don't think he applied common sense knowledge in his approach.
How ironic is that for a brain surgeon? Not
right.
I just don't think he did. I just don't think he was really like thinking.
They're not scared to get it. They're not scared to get it because they got a cure.
But that's the problem. Like, just that imagery of people not being afraid of the virus makes it bad for everybody else. And now to see that Ben Carson has it.
Sorry to hear that, man.
What'd she say?
Sorry to hear that,
lost
man.
about 10 people.
So I mean, and there you go. The angels from Africa healed Brother Ben.
Yeah.
I mean,
well, listen.
I don't know. I feel sorry for him. I empathize for him. Well, I sympathize for him, but you knew what you was getting yourself into.
Listen, I think Uncle Ben just gonna get in a bag of rice like a good old iPhone after dropping in some water, and Uncle Ben gonna be just fine.
Yeah, he's already back home. He's already gone back home. He's not in the hospital no more. He's at home and he's just no symptoms anymore.
Is he Uncle Ben's white rice? Uncle Ben's yellow rice?
Brown long grain brown rice.
Yeah.
Man. So that's all I got on this whole Ben Carson. Let's jump to something that's not on the agenda real quick. Let me take control real quick, Mr. Producer. Y'all have seen this around, and I'm gonna play just a little bit of it.
Okay, just as long as it ain't Andrew Gillum.
Nah, it ain't.
Okay, all right.
Angels have even been dispatched from Africa right now. Africa right now. Africa right now. From Africa right now. They're coming here. They're coming here. In the name of Jesus, from South America. They're coming here. They're coming here. They're coming here. They're coming here. From Africa. From South America. Angelic forces. Angelic reinforcement. Angelic reinforcement. Angelic reinforcement.
Okay, Mr. Haynes. Y'all been one of my spiritual. You missed it? You didn't see it?
No, I didn't hear it.
Oh, you can hear it?
You had to tap the sound. You had to tap the sound to come out.
Let me do it one more time.
And strike. And angels have even been dispatched from Africa right now. Africa right now. Africa right now. From Africa right now. They're coming here. They're coming here. In the name of Jesus, from South America. They're coming here. They're coming here. They're coming here. They're coming here. From Africa. From South America. Angelic forces. Angelic reinforcement. Angelic reinforcement. Angelic reinforcement. Pika hata anda ata. Ora bata rata anda eke.
What the hell? Get the strap. Get the strap. Wait a minute.
Now, before I make my statement, I just want everybody to know now. I may not have voted for him, but I sure appreciate some of his policies. I just want y'all to know that.
So just to give a little backstory. So Dwayne, she's talking about she had a prayer or something for Trump to win. This was for Trump to win the what you got there, Dwayne? What you both of y'all got something? I ain't got that.
This is Chuck.
That's trouble. That looks trouble.
Hey, I don't need to bring Bo out because Bo over there in the he's sleeping right now. But I had to wait a minute.
So she was praying that Trump would win the election, basically. And she was trying to usher in the African spirits and the South American spirits to come up to help
Maybe.
What is the okay, Brett? You man of God.
Yes, sir. Yes,
Can
sir.
you unpack this as Tam would say for us? What is she doing from a spiritual point? What is she doing?
Please unpack that.
So I'm gonna. Yeah, I'm okay. I just want everybody to understand. Just don't come for me, right? All right. So I will say this: the problem with that statement is that it doesn't bring about unity. Like literally, we're treating if you're a believer, we're treating our God that we believe in as though he is a special assistant to our wants. Like we're telling him what we want. That's right, right? What we telling him what we want him to do, as though it's like I'm gonna say it just like this. I'm gonna keep it simple. You have two football players playing for separate teams, and they both praying to win.
Right.
There's going to be a loser, right?
Right.
It's obvious. So does that mean that the person who prayed and said, God, I want to win, and he loses, does that make him less than a person?
Nope.
That's literally what that looks like, right? When you're talking about you're praying for one deciphered, yeah, you're praying for one your agenda instead of, so this is what the Bible says if you believe it. The Bible says that not my will be done, which that's what she was desiring, but she never asked for his will to be done. That's the most dangerous thing. I don't care about who you praying for. Cool, you can pray for him because there was a lot of black people praying for Barack Obama. Nothing wrong with that, right? There's nothing wrong with what she's doing, but the issue is that she was not praying for God's will to be done. She was conjuring up God as though he was a White House butler.
Excellent.
Right.
Yeah, you know what I'm saying? And that's what's wrong. So it's not about what because guess what, Lamar? If she lived in Fairfield, Texas, and she had a membership of 8 people, and 2 didn't come back from coronavirus, and she made that statement, nobody cares, right? But it's the fact that her platform and her power, I don't even want to talk about how she got to church, but that's neither here nor there.
Oh, you about the dead brother, the dead pastor, old church,
right? Yeah.
Oh, okay.
We don't want to talk about that part. But what I'm getting at is the whole point is the fact is that as a responsible, mature Christian, right, you should not be trying to invoke something like that for an outcome that has no rhyme or reason. It doesn't matter who in the White House. Guess what, ladies and gentlemen? He's still in control. So she's wrong for doing that, for misleading people to think that it's that she can conjure God's thoughts and make God make a decision. Well, it's too late now. He already made it.
Yeah, exactly. And
all right,
like
I put my stuff up now. All right,
I put Chuck down. We put Chuck down. Yeah. Put Chuck away, boss man. Like, I mean, my thing is, if you like Tam is saying, and I was gonna say before she said that, like, if you believe in God and you know the word, you know that it's not my will, Lord, it's your will. I can pray all day long to go right, but if he turns me left, I'm gonna go left, and and there's nothing that I can do about it because the skein of my life was already woven before I even came. I think the word says in Isaiah 46:4, if I'm not mistaken, Brenton. He knows us from the time we are born, the time we are conceived, all the way down to the time our hair is gonna turn white. We're gonna leave this earth. So what in the world was she thinking? I saw another video where that same thing was actually happening, where white people were praying that my boss would not leave the office, and I was just like, I ain't gonna lie to you, I was praying for a different outcome.
Right.
But at the same time, I know that it's God's will, and there's nothing that I can do about it. Period. And that just felt all sorts of satanic to me. Like I felt that. Yeah, I felt that even from here. I was like, what?
Witchy poo.
No.
Yeah,
I had to get
and I'm with y'all.
on that one.
Witchy poo. So, I want to address some of the comments that's being made. I do understand, and again, I don't want to. And this is okay, Lamar. I know you brought it up.
No. It's all good. Do you think?
Okay. And this is what I want to say to everybody. There's two sides to this thing, right? So in the Bible, there was a line that was drawn in the sand by a leader, and he asked the people. He said, "Listen, if you believe, you need to come to this side, and if you don't, then you stay on that side." But the problem with us today is that we're not drawing a line, we're creating a box. And the problem with that box is we're having multiple sides. And because everybody is picking a side based on what they believe or what side of the aisle they're on, then you're creating multiple sides. And guess who we're trying to put in that box? Him. You can't put him in a box. He drew a line, not 4 sides. So we kind of start picking sides. Yeah, one line, and that. So I won't criticize what she's doing because again, I'm going to be guilty of being trying to bring division. But what I will say is there was a lot of things out of order, and because of that, it's making the gospel look foolish. That's why people don't believe in it, because people they take stuff like that. Number one, if you're going to speak in tongues so you won't confuse people, you're supposed to give an interpretation of what you're saying. So that's, I mean, it's just so many things that's just not, we're giving him a black eye. And he okay with it. I promise you. He ain't got no issue, because if he want to do something, he going to do something. So at the end of the day, I just think we calling stuff to the carpet, bro, and that's just real. You know.
Well, she clapped back because a lot of prominent pastors, preachers, Christians said something about Jamal Bryant, Lexi, a lot of people. And so she did another message, and she said, hey, all y'all that's out there that are supposed to be Christians or what have you, y'all got my number. 6,000 of y'all got my number. Call me. Don't make me call some things out. So she went straight hood on church folks.
Yeah,
she said,
you gotta take that Malibu Most Wanted stuff on somewhere.
She said, y'all gonna learn today.
All right, Kendrick, I appreciate it, bro. Yeah, and again, I'm gonna tell y'all this for everybody who reads the Bible. There's a story in the Bible, and I'll be real brief. Give me 80 seconds, right? There's a story in the Bible, and this guy, it's in 1st and 2nd Kings, but this guy was told to bring a whole group of people in the city into this one arena. And the reason they wanted to bring him to this arena is because they wanted to separate those who believed in God and who didn't. And listen, he made it so obvious. He made all those who believed in the false God, they had to put on this coat and make sure that if you got this coat on, you say that I represent that fake God. And so he's like, you represent that fake God. Matter of fact, if somebody ran to the table and said, hey man, I don't believe in that God. Oh, you could take that coat off, and but you need to leave. But everybody wanted to stay in the arena because they wanted to know what was up. And he said, okay, so everybody here got their coat on, and everybody in here believe in that fake God, right? And they said, yeah. He said, lock the doors and kill everybody. Right. That's what he said. And he did it, right? And I'm literally telling y'all, that's the analogy that's going on. You can't run from what you're saying. You can't run from what you're doing. And so it's like, all right, y'all, listen, don't think that you can go somewhere because your gift and your character can't keep you there. It's going to get exposed. Right. And so that's the problem. A lot of people have allowed their gift to take them places, but their character won't allow them to stay in that place because it's being exposed. And now everybody's John Gray. See, I ain't say it. All right. So I mean, you know what I'm saying? It's obvious. And at the end of the day, we got to come to a place now where the mature saints have got to learn how to be just as loving and forgiving and allow them opportunity. But the problem is people are offended because it's not because she only got 8 members. It's because she got power and money, and a lot of people want to be where she is.
Big platform.
Right.
Yes. Right. So it's the motive of the heart, bro.
And she's serious about it because the thing about it, she's truly showing what side of the aisle she's on. Like Lexi was really challenging her because she's a super conservative. She's a big time Trump supporter. She's Trump's spiritual advisor. She's a spiritual advisor. And so that's
then,
why people are kind of off about it too.
Yeah.
But see, this is where you gotta be this is where people gotta be careful too. People gotta, they gotta realize they can't be sheep.
I know. And guess what? We got one more clip. And then we're gonna move on to the next thing. All right, here we go.
The media said what? The media said Joe Biden's president. Ha 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 ha.
What are they clapping about? I'm confused.
The media said what? The Associated Press said Joe Biden is president. Ha!
What the hell is going on?
That tickles me.
Okay.
I posted that earlier.
Right.
If y'all don't want to see the whole thing, go to TFG Political Media and check out the whole video. Don't forget to like it, subscribe.
Okay.
Again.
So this is go ahead, bro.
Again. I can't.
That's my last video, I promise.
All right, so I want to say bro. Go ahead.
I just think it's a mockery of Christ, man. Like, just looking at that video again, we're not trying to say that he's not called or whatever. Like how the Bible said, many are called, but few are chosen. Got it. But you can't. It just kind of like angers my soul in a sense. Like how you gonna use your platform to mock? Use God and then use it to mock in a sense. Like it's like you slapping God in the face, man. And again, yeah, he ain't gonna he got you. Trust me. Oh, he's like, oh, I'm writing it down. I got you, pimpin'.
A little backstory. Just a little backstory on that message. I watched a little more of it. Basically, he's trying to say that scientifically or medically, they say that if you laugh, either whether it's a true belly laugh or if it's a fake laugh, it helps to make the pain subside if you're having pain. I'm not sure if you're talking about physical or mental, but he called himself having his congregation and himself laugh because of the pain of Joe Biden winning the presidency.
Right. So I want to say this because
pulpits.
Yeah, the thing about that, bro, and this is what I want to say, and it's nothing wrong with you putting that out there, because that's what we have. We have the freedom of speech. The only thing is, and the way he's saying it, and the way we were brought up, it's like you have to laugh to keep from crying. That's basically what he's saying. But the problem is that it comes off as like you're being sarcastic, as though you're
exactly
right.
It's like you mocking, man.
But and this is the thing, bro. This is why it's so difficult to be a Christian. It ain't about loving God. It's about loving the people who say they love God, right?
Right.
That's so difficult, right? Because apparently me and Kenneth Copeland believe in the same Jesus, and I'm saying apparently because I don't want to speak any misunderstandings toward him. Yeah, but at the same time, like I gotta watch how it offends me, right? Because I'm gonna tell y'all the greatest thing that Jesus ever said, and I'm sorry, we just gotta go there. Jesus was hanging from a cross, right? By people. This is just so funny. The last time government and God's people came together, they killed Jesus.
Exactly.
Let that sit on somebody's nerves, right? So now the government and so the government and God's people are coming back together, and they're trying to kill Jesus again.
Wow,
man! Somebody will catch that tomorrow, right? So this is the issue,
they'll
y'all.
catch it next week.
Yeah. So listen, we're trying to kill him again. We're trying to make him disappear so that people can say, "Man, this is too much foolishness." And so, but we have to, us on the other side, we have to be careful about falling for the trap of being offended. Jesus said to them on the cross, when the first time the government and God's people came together, this is what Jesus said to them. He said, God forgive them, for they know not what they do. Right. And we have to come to that place that if you see people doing this, and I'm only talking to those who are mature in their faith, you have to come to a place where you say, man, Father, forgive them. They don't know what they're doing. But we want to say, man, get them out from that platform because they destroying things. No, it's more than just them destroying things. It's a lot of people. So I'm just telling y'all, we got to take government and God's people away from each other because they're trying to kill Jesus again. That's just it. And I'll move on.
And I'll say this to add to that before we go to the next topic. That was an appetizer. If you want a whole meal, him too, and TFG Faith and TFG Religion, go check out those channels for a full meal. All right. What we got next, producer?
That's it.
2020. We'll end this on the election. Let's just chat a little bit about 5 minutes.
They pick a president.
They picked the president. President Day. Unfortunately, they ain't gonna let him go into the White House yet to January 20th. If then, but Trump is working his butt off with his lawyers, with Giuliani. I think about 20 billionaires have put money together to help do some investigating on these election results. So a lot of money getting involved in this thing to help Trump. A lot of Republican money. So they're really thinking they're going to find some, but I think enough experts have come out and said, and a lot of judges have stricken enough stuff down for us to know that y'all ain't got nothing. He ain't got nothing. His game is over. So act the fool. Even his niece came out, the one that's been talking really bad about him recently. She even came out, the one who wrote the book, and said that we should be very nervous right now between now and January 20th. Because he is going to do executive orders that people are not going to like, just to be vindictive because he's like a kid having a fit right now.
74 days. Suge Knight might get out.
That's a long time. That's a long time.
He might pardon Suge Knight.
What can he do military wise? That's what's scary. Can he try to strike enemies and stuff like that right now? Like what all power does he have? That's scary.
I mean, with him being, with my boss, 45, still being the president of the United States, I mean, he still has that green light to do, within reason. I mean, the House and the Senate ain't going to let him just, get away with everything. But, yes, those executive orders do hold a lot of power. And it's we just have to tread a thin line, honestly, unfortunately.
Yeah, because we know he's going to look at every tweet from Canada, from India, all these folks that congratulated, even Boris Johnson over in the UK. Everyone that congratulated Biden, Trump is going to take issue with that and start acting an idiot with them even more. Trudeau already can't stand him, but so he's going to start acting an idiot even the more, I'm sure. So it just makes me nervous. Because a lot of Republicans are still on his side as it relates to the foolishness.
Yeah, man. Even a QAnon representative for Republican Party got elected. So it's going to be really interesting, man, to see some of these people talking. Oh yeah, for sure.
They got a list. I'm sorry. Go ahead.
I'll let you finish because I'm going to say something on my position.
Yeah, I'm just going to say so they said they have a list. His administration is keeping a list for every Republican that's congratulated Biden.
So petty, Teddy. So I'm going to tell you what I think Trump's going to do in 74 days. I think Trump is going, like he already been firing people that he didn't agree with, right? And this is what's going to be so funny. Trump is going to fire a lot of people that he's going to appoint other people. And then what he's going to do is try to show Biden's hand and see if Biden going to come in there and fire them just because they supported Trump, right? Because I'm telling you, he's going to put he's going to get rid of the FBI guy and he's going to replace him with somebody he wants. He's going to get rid of other people that hold offices outside of the cabinet. And then he's going to force Biden to go back and say, well, no, you're not going to do stuff right. And they just going to be in there cutting up, bro. It's gonna be really funny how they're gonna be sabotaging things.
And what you understand is that I wonder who Biden's gonna have as his chief of staff, because whoever that is can handle all that. And if it's somebody that's cutthroat enough, if it's like a Rahm Emanuel, they ain't got no problem getting rid of him. And it is what it is. Clean out, and we're gonna start fresh. He should. I wish he would pick Rahm Emanuel, put him back in there.
Well, what's so funny is, bro, this was so funny. Tam said something. It's a great time for women in black. And what Trump don't know is that Kamala gonna probably take her shoe off.
Yeah.
And when them jokers get to cutting up, and
Oh,
she gonna take her. Get out of here. Get in line. Get in line. Get in line. That's right. She gonna be spanking their butt right on out of their positions because she gonna be tired of cutting up.
And I've heard so many negative things about Vice President Kamala Harris, and I just don't understand why people still want to be sheep. Like let the woman live. They're like, oh well, she never did anything for black people. She always was locking black people up in the state of California. She was the #1 prosecutor in the state of California. That's her job.
It's her job, and she did it well. She wouldn't be where she was if she didn't do her job well.
Exactly. I mean, and that's like a football player or a basketball player not being the #1. That's like you the #1 recruit coming out of college going to the NFL and the NBA.
We're not gonna agree with everything they do.
Exactly. Why would you not do one? Why would you not put 100 in everything that you do? So I feel like the nation has this one track or one-sided mind because she put criminals away, and then at the same time, hey, if you do the crime, you're gonna do the time.
Yep. Well, ain't nothing they can do now. It's over. She in there.
Yeah, and there's nothing you can do about it. And it's like, okay, so would you be saying that if it was a different woman?
It was a white woman? No.
Exactly. Would they be saying that?
Dwayne, there is a different black woman that he really need to be worried about. And that's the Attorney General in New York.
New York.
He should be really worried about that black woman.
Yeah, that's what they should really be, because
yeah, that's what he should really be worried about, bro.
And they say his administration, there's already leaks anyway of people saying that he is worried about that, about going to jail or whatever when he get out. He is going to go. I don't see how he can't. I don't see how he's going to avoid it once he's out. Even his niece said it, that he's worried about going. He's worried about that when he gets. Matter of fact, she said that his kids they know what to do to stay on his good side, but they're also understand that their days are numbered because some of the stuff they connected to, they know that he's done, so they all kind of nervous right now as it relates to when he gets out. That's why they fighting so hard to keep him in there.
Ivanka been MIA. I barely seen Jared. Listen, they trying to take care of some affairs, Doc.
They trying to cover stuff up. They trying to erase it.
They trying to get all those dirty deals, those backwater money laundering schemes. And shoot, somebody trying to get their green papers correct because we all know who ain't legal.
You exactly.
Orange man in the orange suit.
Right. So real quick, as we go to final thoughts, I just want to say that Kamala Harris, Ms. Vice President, her position has to be replaced in California. So it's going to be interesting to see who Gavin Newsom gets to appoint, because he gets to appoint someone to her position. So it's definitely going to be a Democrat. Could be Maxine Waters. I doubt it, but it's going. You never know who he's going to pick. But so that's going to be interesting to see. But my final thoughts. I'll just do final thoughts real quick, and we'll get out of here. It was, as Tam said, a momentous time for women and black folk. It was the speech that Kamala gave. It rivaled some Obama speeches for me, and I don't. Really, her speeches typically don't do much for me, but I really enjoy her speech, and I enjoy Biden's speech as well. I think it's probably one of the best ones I've heard him give, and Kamala's was a feel-good Obama feeling of accomplishment, like I felt in 2008. And one thing that sucks as I finish is that there's a lot of Republican parents out there that have stolen that moment from their daughters. To this historic moment, they didn't get to experience it. They don't get this good feeling that a lot of other young girls are getting because they're forcing them to look at it like it's wrong or hate them or they stole it, and they're missing this opportunity, unfortunately. But it's a new season, it's a new journey. I'm excited, and we're going to have a good time talking about what's happening with the Biden administration throughout the next 4 years. And you guys, let's get ready to do it because we're gonna be on them.
Oh yeah.
Conservatives, I'm done fooling with you. Here we come, liberals.
Here we come, liberals.
Here we come,
All
liberals.
Right.
We're coming to see y'all.
Thank y'all for tuning in. Thank you guys for joining the show as always. Go subscribe if you're watching. Just real quick. It don't take but a second. See the subscribe button down there? Click it real fast. Click it real fast. And click the thumbs up. And we out of here. Peace out. Thank y'all for tuning in.